Hang on, sorry, don't,
We're going. We're live. We'll continue. We've just done councillor and officer presence, and we have all directors and councillors between online and in the room. Apologies and granting of leave. I don't think we have any. Are there any disclosures of conflict of interest? None. We move to item 5.1's draft council plan, and I'll call on our Director of Corporate and Organisational Development.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So the purpose of this report is to present the draft council plan for 2025 to 2029 for approval to be placed on public exhibition and seek feedback for a period of 28 days. So the council plan has been developed based off some really significant feedback from the community in particular. I'd like to thank everyone that attended the in-person sessions in particular and completed the survey online. What's contained in it in the council plan aims to balance the need to maintain our existing infrastructure and service levels, however, also meet the demand for new infrastructure and expanded services. There is demand for additional infrastructure, and I guess a few key things to highlight would be the Peninsula community with a community space and/or commercial or retail opportunities, increased capacity to meet demand at almost all of our early years centres. That encompasses long day care, outside school hours care, and kindergarten. Improving our road network through sealing of our gravel roads, upgraded parks and open spaces across the Shire, and the infrastructure that will support tourism and expansion of the High Country Rail Trail. There is also growing demand for community services through our neighbourhood house programs, libraries, emergency management services, and maternal child health services, just to name a few. So the recommendation is as presented. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just before I open up to questions, I would just like to thank all the staff for the effort in getting this draft council plan to where we're at the moment, being able to go out to the community. I know there's been some challenges in staffing and even in people's health. So to be able to push through that and still get us to here is an exceptional effort. So thank you very much to all the staff for getting us to here. And I'll open up. Are there any questions or clarification on the draft council plan? No one's putting a hand up.
Just one. We did a lot of community talking around community engagement. We need to get back to them independently or to each organisation or group to say the council plan's out there now for review and have input. And because I've been asked many times how the plan's going, where is it at? So we just need to communicate that back to them. Otherwise, it'll just happen and they won't. No, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sure the staff have that.
Just making sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good. If there's nothing further, I'll say we have the recommendation in front of us for that report. Would someone like to move a motion? Councillor Wortman.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to move the draft plan as presented with two amendments.
Rightio.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. In the draft plan, the message from the Mayor and the councillors, could I suggest that we mention that we continue to seek funding for a multi-purpose community building at Bellbridge? I think it's such an important project that it needs to be front and centre. And the second point, under recreation, could we develop a master plan for the Tallangata Showground and Tallangata Golf Course?
Thanks, Councillor Wortman. Do I have a seconder for that motion? Councillor Tolsha. Councillor Wortman, would you like to speak to the motion at all? Any further?
No, thanks, Mr. Mayor.
Councillor Tolsha.
Just a comment. It was picked up a lot in our community consultations about the showground / golf course, and a lot of work's been done for the Bellbridge community centre, so we need to keep going with that. So totally agree.
Anyone else like to speak to the motion or against the motion, for the motion? No. We'll put the motion. All those in favour? Councillor Wortman, I can't see a hand here. Oh, he's just dropped out of that. Pretty good time where you have a
The camera's
majority.
on again.
Yeah, put your hand up, Oz. We'll move on to item.
He's back.
Did you put your hand up? Councillor Ward, yeah, so carried. Item 5.2, Clack Clack Caravan Park agreement. And again, I'll call on our Director of Corporate and Organisational Development.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The purpose of this report is to recommend the appointment of an operator as the for the short-term management and operation of Clack Clack Caravan Park. So the current lessees declined to proceed with a new lease agreement. They've been very helpful and cooperative working with council to ensure a smooth transition to a new operator or lessee. To allow us time to go out to market for an expression of interest for the lease. We have, in the interim, we have drafted a short-term management agreement for the period from the 15th of September to the 30th of April, 2026. And the purpose of this report is to recommend the appointment of Camp Krusty as the successful tenderer. We had 4 tenders and 2 were shortlisted to present to the evaluation panel, and both had pros and cons and compelling case. But the recommendation is for you, for council to make a decision. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any questions? Clarification? on Clack Clack. Oh, would someone like to move a motion? Councillor Waltman. Have you?
Sorry, Mr. Mayor, I've got a question, if you wouldn't mind, before we,
Yeah, go for it.
just in the recommendation, should we have the date of how, the time frame of how long the temporary?
Through you, Mr. Mayor. In regards to the contract itself, that is, sorry, so the contract number 2025-26-005,
Right.
that contract does stipulate the date. I'm happy for you to change the recommendation if you would like to, but it should be fine.
No, that's good, thanks.
Thank you. So if there's nothing further, we have the recommendation. Would someone like to move motion? Councillor Pittman.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to move that the recommendation be adopted as to points 1 and point 2, that the contract number 2025/26-005 be awarded to Camp Krusty Operations, and that the Chief Executive Officer be authorised to sign the Clack Clack Management Agreement. I hope you got the last of that. I think I've lost audio for you guys.
Yeah, we've just picked you up again audio wise. We haven't got you back on screen yet, but now we have. So, oh, now we haven't.
I think that's an issue at your end.
Yes. So the whole lot was dropping out. I think we've got you back on, Councillor Pittman. So we will resume from you moving motion. We didn't get much of the motion.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to move that the recommendation be adopted as to points 1 and point 2, that the contract number 2025/26-005 be awarded to Camp Krusty Operations, and point 2, that the Chief Executive Officer be authorised to sign the Clack Clack Management Agreement.
Let's see with the proposal. Do we have a seconder for that motion? Councillor Anderson? Councillor Pittman, would you like to speak to the motion at all?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I think this is a great opportunity to get someone in there to probably take a slightly different view on things and to get some, we've got a few different actions that we need to happen there. And I think it looks like this company could be just the right fit for our need at this time.
Thanks, Councillor Pittman. Councillor Anderson?
No, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Anyone else like to speak to the motion or against? I know this probably isn't the right time, but I'd just like to actually thank our previous lessees for their input over their tenure at the park as well. They've brought it from a reasonably, I would say, low standard to a quite a high standard, and just like to thank them for their efforts in their tenure while they were there. So with that said, if there's nothing else, no one else wants to speak to the motion, we'll put the motion. All those in favour? Carried. We'll move to item 6, community and wellbeing, and 6.1's our draft municipal health and wellbeing plan. We'll call on our Director of Community and Planning.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The purpose of this report is to seek approval for the draft municipal health and wellbeing plan to be displayed for public comment. So the municipal health and wellbeing plan is a requirement of all councils to prepare and adopt every 4 years. the work behind the scenes in the preparation of this draft has involved a number of elements. A lot of it has been being supported by the Ovens and Murray Population Health Unit, which is a great source of data about how our people in our shire are at this point in terms of their wellbeing. We've also had good relationships for a long time now with the members of the Towong Alliance, so each of the health services across the shire. So we think we've got a really good picture of the work that needs to be done in the health and wellbeing space. The plan that is presented provides a platform based on the state health and wellbeing plan, so 10 key deliverable areas which are listed in the plan. We think that there are a lot of actions to be achieved, making note that council is not responsible for all those actions. And the delivery of the plan is a partnership with a whole range of different agencies and services and other agencies operating in the region. So the recommendation is as presented.
Thank you very much. Any questions or clarification on the draft municipal health and wellbeing plan? Very good. We have the recommendation in front of us. Someone like to move the motion? Councillor Anderson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to move the recommendation as presented.
Thanks, Councillor Anderson. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Tolsha. Councillor Anderson, would you like to speak to the motion?
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. Just that it's a very important part of council, and hope we get some feedback from the community. Thank you.
Thanks, Councillor Anderson. Councillor Tolsha.
Again, just there's been a lot of work being put into it, been a lot of collusion with a lot of different organisations, and it's going to be great for the community. Yeah.
Anyone else would like to speak to the motion or against? No, I guess just touching on what Councillor Anderson said, especially with the this draft municipal health and wellbeing plan, but also the draft council plan, you know, we really encourage community to have feedback, have a look at the plans and see that we've managed to achieve what, or managed to get in the plans what they would like to see us achieve. With that being said, if there's nothing further, we'll put the motion. All those in favour? Carried. Yet again. Scroll down to the bottom, but I believe we had no asset management, land use planning, environmental sustainability, or economic and tourism development. So item 11 is close the meeting. Thank you everyone for your attendance, and we'll close the meeting.